Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to a video on Goals Galore and welcome back to my Championship Match Week 44 predictions here. And of course, another round of 12 games to predict. Let's get started. We begin on the Saturday lunchtime kickoff for Leicester City at, of course, the King Power, taking on West Brom. Two sides who, of recent, really have started to slip up. West Brom haven't slipped up as much as Leicester City, but of course both teams actually starting to slide now, and of course not good timing for either side at the business end of the season. In this one, it's going to be a tricky game for both sides. Of course, Leicester losing out last time as well. However, the teams below them still can't capitalise. It's like no one wants this title. Absolutely no one. But I think Leicester will get a win here. Against West Brom, it was a good game earlier on in the season between the two sides. In this one, Leicester to win 1-0 at home. Moving on, we go to Cardiff and they host Southampton. Now, Southampton, good win on the Tuesday against, of course, Preston North End, that game in hand. And now, of course, they really are in the race for the top two still, Southampton. If only they could have picked up a few more results when we all thought they were settling for the playoffs. They genuinely could be top by now. In this one, away to Cardiff, who... their season's basically over now, and a lot of rumours about Errol Bulut. Will he be there next season? We have to wait and see. Big summer ahead for them. But in this one, Southampton win away in Cardiff 4-0 here. Moving on, we go to Huddersfield hosting my team Swansea. We'll begin with Huddersfield, who last time out thought they were going to get all 3 points away at Bristol City. Had to settle with one in the end after a late penalty given. As for my team Swansea, of course, brilliant week last week. 2 wins. After the Wednesday and the Saturday, of course. On the Saturday game, it did look like a pre-season friendly. And in this one, I think it'll be Swans dominating the possession away at Huddersfield. But I do think we can get something out of it. Huddersfield have to get something out of it. Otherwise, it looks like they'll be staring at League One for next season. But in this one, both teams to get something 1-1. Off to Carrow Road, it's Norwich City hosting, in this one, Bristol City. And tough game to predict because two sides who really are on a nice run of form of recent, of course. Norwich, of course, back to winning ways the last time out. And in this one, I think they win again. Home to Bristol City, who are a surprise package. I wouldn't be too surprised if Bristol City got something out of this game. And for next season, Bristol City are just looking really good. Of course, it wasn't their greatest performance last time out against Huddersfield Town. But of course, not too much left for their season to depend on. As for Norwich, of course, they'll be hoping to extend this season with another 3 games. In this one, I think they'll win 2-1 at home. And up next, we go to already relegated Rotherham, who have new manager in the dugout. Steve Evans has joined from Stevenage. And of course, Liam Richardson has been sacked quite unfairly, I think. He wasn't in a nice position. Not much he could have done. And with Stevenage not going up through the playoffs this season, Evans has taken the job. Excited to see how he does in the last 3 games of the Championship. But I think all eyes really are for next season, where they'll bounce back. And stronger, and they have a genuine chance then of surviving in the Championship if they stick with their man. In this one, of course, they host Birmingham, who got a massive win last time out. In this one, Birmingham to win 3-1 away at Rotherham. Stoke versus Plymouth is one of the games of the weekend to look out for at the bottom of the Championship. It looks like Plymouth, after that win last time out, are all but safe, and Stoke treading on water at the moment, thin ice at the moment, still not in the relegation zone, but very close to it. In this one, I think it'll end a 1-1 draw at Stoke. Off to Sunderland, the Stadium of Light, and of course they host in this one Millwall. Sunderland's so hard to predict. Last time out they beat Watford, who had a decent run going together, and of course Millwall beating Cardiff to all but confirm their survival. Now a lot of teams getting up to that 47 points mark, almost at the 50 points mark, where I do think it'll probably be about there for teams to be able to survive this season. In this one, I do think Sunderland will get a win at home 2-1, but knowing my luck, every time I predict Sunderland, it always goes the opposite way. Off to Watford, hosting Hull, and this is no easy game for either side, of course. Watford and Tom Cleverley fighting for their places for next season. Cleverley has taken me by surprise. I didn't think he'd do as well as he has done so far, and of course fighting for the job next season at Watford. If I was the owners of Watford, I definitely would be giving it to Tom Cleverley. Their teams look so much better than it did under Valérien Ismaël already. In this one, though, against Hull, at Vicarage Road. Hull, of course, good win out last time out against QPR. In this one, though, they'll have to settle for a draw. 1-1 here at Vicarage Road. Off to Loftus Road for QPR versus Preston. I do plan on doing a watch long for this one, as well as Leicester West Brom, so make sure you have notifications on the channel so you do not miss when I go live for them ones. In this one, though, huge game for QPR. Preston out of the playoff race now after defeat to Southampton. They'd have to go and win all of their games at home. Norwich drop a lot of points, as well as Coventry and Hull, and maybe even Middlesbrough as well. But for this one, QPR, they need a win here because they're getting dragged back into the relegation battle. I think they will win here at home on the Saturday evening, 5:15 kickoff. They'll win 3-1 at home. Off to the Sunday game. It's a huge game. It's massive. Blackburn versus Sheffield Wednesday. Blackburn, what a win against Leeds last time out, and Sheffield Wednesday, you know, they need a win. They really do need a win now to get themselves out of the relegation zone, because every time they need a win and they're so close to getting out, they just miss their opportunity. In this one, it's going to be an incredible game. I plan on going live for it on the Sunday, 12:30 kickoff. But I'm going to back the away fans to go home happy. 7,000 tickets sold in that away end. It's going to be an incredible game. And in this one, I do think Blackburn will score, but lose 2-1 at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Off to Middlesbrough versus Leeds United. And Leeds, what happened? Another missed opportunity to overtake Leicester in the promotion race, as Middlesbrough still being a tricky customer for every team in the playoffs, and the top two, of course. A draw away to Portman Road last night. Got that one spot on. I said 1-1, and of course ended 1-1. In this one, I'm going the exact same scoreline, and Middlesbrough for next season really could be challenging not just the playoffs, but the top two. And the final game to predict is being played later on this month due to Coventry being in FA Cup action this weekend against Man United. Be sure to check out my FA Cup predictions on the channel if you want to see how I think Coventry will get on. But best of luck to them in this one at home to Ipswich. I think by the time the game comes around, I don't think Coventry will be mathematically able to get the playoffs anymore. And I think Ipswich will need the win more, and they'll get it 2-0 away at the CBS here. Well then, guys, they are my match week 44 predictions for the Championship. Hopefully you did all enjoy. If you did, smash the like and subscribe as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The Championship is coming to a close, but there's still so much to play for. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.